Hey, sorry for the delay. All right, so who is here with me in chat? Sound off. Who do we have? All right, Helena, at the very least, please let me know if you're in chat because you are moderating. Perfect. All right, so for any of you who haven't done one of our YouTube live streams before, the way it's going to work is we're going to talk through chat a bit, and then we'll do some sprints. I have some prompts that we can use. They're totally optional. You don't have to use them if you don't want to, but they're there in case you need a little bit of inspiration to figure out what you should write. So why don't we get started with a sprint right away? Do you guys feel like a 10-minute one? Do you guys feel like a 15-minute one? Put it in chat. And I see we have Scott here. Hi. I see we have Leica as well. Hello. All right. If there are no preferences, I will lean towards a 15-minute one because that's sort of our default. I'm not seeing anyone pipe in. So I will set up the timer for this. Hi, Ferenghetto. Welcome to the stream. And let me pull up my list of prompts. Okay, so the first prompt that I'm going to give you guys today is today's daily challenge on our Discord server and in our forums. So that is write a scene where a character makes a decision to trust someone. Doesn't necessarily need to be a full scene, just could be the start of something, just could integrate the idea of trusting someone into what you're currently writing. The world is your oyster as far as that goes. I have a 15-minute timer ready if we're all going to be ready. Oh, hi, Sarah. Thanks for joining the stream. All right, so I will also be writing during this, so I need to quickly get settled and into the correct document. I'm not accustomed to this laptop. I'm borrowing this laptop because the one I normally use is currently what is filming me. So it's going to take a little bit of time to adjust to especially this keypad. All right, so if we're all set, Romulan laptop. I believe the brand is called Predator. It's my partner's. He has graciously loaned it to me because the other laptop I typically use during live streams has, I think, unfortunately kicked it. It is probably dead now. But yeah, it's a lot bigger than I'm accustomed to, and I am not a fan just because I like laptops I can bring to write-ins, and this would be a really cumbersome thing to bring to write-ins. But it's a gaming laptop, so it works really well for his purposes. All right, so I have a 15-minute timer here, and I will get it started in 3, 2, 1, go. that is time up for our first sprint. All right, so I am going to quickly check what I got. If Google Docs will behave and let me do the thing I want to do. So, okay, that's actually surprisingly good sprint for me. I did 352 words during that sprint. All right, let's see what we've got going on in chat. Well, I gotta scroll up a bit. You guys have been talking while I was sprinting. Oh, hello, Maria. I believe you probably joined just after the sprint started. Thank you, Helena, for getting rid of the spam in the chat. All right, I'm seeing a 362. You beat me by 10 words. Very nice. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that Google Docs is not behaving for you, Ferenghetto. Oh, Helena, you managed to get 130 even though you were moderating chat. That's very good. All right, and I see a 206 from Leica. Very nice. And a 397 from Sarah, but didn't do the prompt. The prompt is entirely optional. I accidentally sort of stumbled into the prompt because the characters were talking about trust in it, but it's not quite what the prompt was. I think you have the lead so far in word count, Sarah. I see Ferenghetto has 67, not including some words you had to re-enter. I mean, if you're fighting with Google Docs, that's a very, very fair word count. Sometimes technology is not our friends. Oh, and hello, Claire. I don't remember if I saw you join. 338 is a very good word count. All right. Hello, hello. So, do we want to do another one? We can do another 15. We can do a 10. We could do a weird number. Oh, let's see what Scott says. Something I saw on another channel. It's possible to limit access to the chats to people who are subscribers. It can be sent for... Okay. Okay. I don't think we've ever had any problem with spammers being in the chats. I think this is the first time that it's happened. So we might want to think about doing it for future ones, but I hope it's not going to be a regular problem. Oh, okay. Words did not sync between devices. Ah, okay. Well, hopefully that you can figure out that problem for the next sprint. Do you need a couple of minutes to get it sorted, or are you good? In the meantime, what sprint length do people want? All right, so you're good now, Ferenghetto? Perfect. I see 15 minutes is good. Any naysayers? I'm not seeing any in the chat, so I can easily set up another 15. Oh, excellent. I'll go back and read the excerpt that you dropped into the Discord, Ferenghetto, when I'm done with the live stream. Okay, I'm seeing more agreement to 15 minutes, so that's what I will set it to. All right. Get this massive laptop up and ready. All right. So unless I see any objections in the next couple of seconds, we will get started with a 15-minute sprint. Okay, so we will start in 3, 2, 1, go. that is time on that sprint, which is kind of good because I hit a point where I don't know what my character is supposed to say to this. So, come on, Google Docs. Let me know what my word count is. All right. These sprints are really good for me. I did 349 during that one. All right. I'm seeing 428. That's really good. Well done. Oh, hi, Karen. I don't think you signed in earlier, so I didn't get a chance to say hi. 359. Very good. And Helena doing a solid 47. And Maria doing 432. And Leica doing 413. I'm loving these word counts. All right. And Farangutta doing 78. Sarah doing 434. And Claire doing 258. That is fantastic. Just popped in time for the sprints. Okay. Well, I think you only missed one sprint, and we're probably going to do, I think we'll need to do a 10-minute one for the last one because we will run out of time otherwise, but we do have at least one more in the hopper. I'm so glad that you could join us even just for the last two. Oh, I didn't give out a prompt during the last one, did I? I'm sorry. Clearly none of you needed it, though, because you all got really good word counts. All right, so for this last 10-minute sprint, because we only have just over 15 minutes, and we want to be able to make sure that we have time to actually figure out our word counts at the end, I will give you the prompt sworn enemies. So we'll do 10 minutes with the prompt sworn enemies. Oh, what's going on here? Ferenghetto. Struggling with dialogue on the scene, an AI is trying to convince a bunch of hackers to overthrow their corporate government. Yeah, I could see why that would be tricky dialogue to figure out. I assume that the AI is contributing to the dialogue, and I mean, AI or anything like that could be very, very hard to figure out. I'm sure you can manage, though. The prompt is almost too late for this chapter. Do you already have sworn enemies in this chapter? Oh, and see you, Maria. Thank you for for subscribing. We'll be doing this every Monday for the rest of the month, so hope to see you back. All right. Well, let's get started so we don't run out of time in this hour. So the prompt is sworn enemies. I suppose if you've already got sworn enemies in your scene, you can add a third enemy and have a triangle of enemies, or you just make the enemies hate each other even more. Okay, so it's just a low-level conflict. Okay. Well, maybe it's time that low-level conflict comes to a head or something. But also feel free to ignore the prompt entirely if you so choose. All right, so I have 10-minute timer here, and we can get started on the last sprint in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, and our 10 minutes are up. Let me see what I did during that one. All right, 214 for me. Let's see what's going on. Oh, so everyone was enemies in that scene anyways for you, Leica, huh? And yes, there is 2 cats in this house. You probably heard one of them scuffling around, maybe meowing. The other one is definitely asleep right over there, and he has not moved at all during the entire time we've been doing this. But my younger one has definitely sort of been out and about. All right, so I'm seeing some word counts. Oh, Katie, you're here. And you got 268. Well done. All right, and Scott got 265. Very good. And Karen coming in with 481. That's fantastic. Yeah, you definitely did get into a groove with that one. And Ferenghetto with a very solid 57. And I'm glad, Katie, you could join us for the last leg of this write-in. And I see Sarah has 299. Descriptive for you. The enemies are going at each other in print number 2. Okay. And Leica with 230. Very nice. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that you've had brain fog all month, Karen. But I'm at least glad that this has been sort of a very good sprint for you. So writing on PC is more distractible than your tablet. Do you have more things that you could possibly have open on your PC rather than your tablet? I imagine that's probably what it is. Oh, and Claire coming in with 176. Very well done. All right, so we have 4 minutes, so not enough time to do another sprint. Oh, this is the first sprints of the month? Yeah. Oh, COVID brain. Okay. I presume that's more of I presume you don't have COVID right now. And if you do, I'm very sorry. I had it early in October and it was the worst. Presumably this is a post-COVID brain fog, because if you had COVID, I'd tell you maybe don't sprint nearly as much as you normally would. Oh, and Ferenghetto, so the tablet is in fact just essentially Google Docs. All right. Yeah, I can see how that would be a much more productive space. Okay, well, I'm glad that you are recovering. But yeah, getting it right before Halloween is a really, really crappy time to get it. So I hope you feel better a lot sooner. Yeah. Ooh, took you a couple months for the COVID fog to fade. That is really terrible, Scott. I'm lucky in that I think it took 2 weeks. So most of October was bad. But by the time it rolled around to the beginning of November, I think I got myself back on track. We'll see. Oh, you got it pre-vaccination. Okay, that would be a lot worse. All right, so we have 2 minutes left. Anyone have any final comments? I don't want to end the write-in on the note of talking about everyone's awful experiences with COVID. I'm glad that you found this motivating, Claire. I'm really happy that so many people have turned out. It's always sort of a worry when we're doing YouTube that who's going to show up and are they going to be in the chat? Because if they're not in the chat, I don't have a lot to talk about, and it's a very difficult stream to run. And you're very welcome, Sarah. I'm glad it was so fun. Sharkira's latest single. And by the way, if you don't know, this is Sharkira. She's our pseudo mascot for the region. I don't know, Katie. We're gonna have to figure out what Sharkira's next single is gonna be. Oh, and hi, Rebecca. I didn't see you until now. I hope you were at least around for some of the sprints because we're about to wrap up. You're very welcome, Karen. I enjoy running sprints and hosting things, so it's a lot of fun for me. Okay, we have a minute left, so I will wrap it up here. I'm going to wish you all a fantastic rest of the night and rest of the week and rest of the month. I hope that your words flow. What's a good adjective for this? Flow freely, I suppose. And I will see you at our next write-in. I believe tomorrow is a Google Meet one. I may not be present for that. Then there will be 2 Discord ones, and then we're back to in-person stuff for the weekend. So if you ever want to know what's going on in the region, whether it's virtual or in person, go to the event tab on our regional page on the Nano site. Everything will be there. All right. Oh, okay. I'm glad you managed to slide in for the last 9 minutes of the sprint, Rebecca. Everyone is in chat as I'm doing an outro. How dare you? No, I'm kidding. I'm sure you'll figure out your AI dialogue. It might just be a little slow. Over 1,000 words in the past hour. That's fantastic, Scott. All right. I'm going to call it here. Good night, everyone. Have a fantastic evening and the rest of Nano. Bye.